Hey, lovely ladies. Hello. Oh my God. Wholeness group of lovely ladies. What is going on? I am so excited to be with you. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday is our podcast drop day. So if you have not, today we are talking about falling in love with fitness and how to really stay motivated and inspired to reach new goals within yourself. So here's the thing. I really just want to talk to you guys today because one of the things that I'm teaching in, I don't know if you guys know, I have a group program called the Ultimate Queen. And it's for the women that have done our already Weight Loss for Life program. And then they go on to the Ultimate Queen because we are all queens in that program. Now, here's the thing that I really teach. And you guys, it doesn't matter. I want you to apply this to whatever it is that you're desiring. We were just going through last night we were going through breaking belief systems and how to actually create a new paradigm and way of being. For the woman who wants to have it all, the woman that wants to love herself endlessly, the woman that wants to be worthy, wealthy, and really have it all. And that's really what I teach. That's what I embody. That's what I'm continuing to do. Where that all started for me, and I've shared this with you guys, is my pathway to worthiness, to self-love, to getting to that other side with myself really was through the portal of my body and my weight. You hear me talk about this all the time. So whether or not you struggle with your weight, whether or not you've had an eating disorder, whether or not you've been a chronic dieter, whether or not you just, you haven't even struggled with your weight, but you don't like what you see, whether you've got 5 pounds, 100 pounds, I always say it does not matter. The story is still the same. And honestly, we can substitute in weight with worthiness, with wealth, with money, with anything else that you're wanting. If you want something and it's not occurring for you, there is an underlying belief and fear around that thing that you're wanting. What the underlying belief is for all women that I end up working with, and I've done this now for almost a decade, and I've worked with thousands and hundreds privately, is that there's always the underlying belief of not being deserving, not being worthy, not being enough, this not enoughness. And it all really stems from a fear. And it's not a fear of failure, as we all think it is. It's like, no, I'm just afraid that I'll fail. I'm afraid that if I try, it's actually a fear. What's up, Stephanie girl? It is actually a fear of shining too bright and of what will come with that. I was sharing with my community, I was sharing with the Ultimate Queens group last night that I saw that I was upper limiting. I was having a large amount of success in my business, but I wasn't able to surpass where I was. And I was kind of like, well, what's happening here? What's going on? And consciously, I was like, no, I totally can do this. Like on a conscious level, I completely understand that I'm fully capable. Like, why wouldn't I want to help more women? Why wouldn't I want to make more money? Why wouldn't I want to share my mission and my message? Why wouldn't I want to make a bigger impact in the world? Like, of course I do. However, when I really broke it down and I broke down my beliefs and I really got around this, I saw that I had a real fear and that I was associating that success with a level of responsibility. And that level of responsibility felt very heavy and it didn't feel good. So what was happening? So why am I using this? Because there was a barrier of resistance, right? We cannot manifest and create the things that we want if there is resistance to the thing that we're desiring. We cannot, it just won't come. The things that we desire come to us on the path of least resistance. So I want you all to think about how many times have you wanted something that came to you really easily that you were just like, I don't even know, like, or maybe you're just like, wow, that was like a miracle. That was like so magical. That was just amazing. Or there was something else where you're like, well, I didn't really care that much, but it was really cool that just like money just came in the mail, or I just found that perfect black dress, or I got asked to do this event, or blah, 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 right? It's always things come to us on the path of least resistance. That's why when you are fixating on the thing that you are desiring and giving it, again, you're gonna hear me like a broken record because I want you to really get it. Where we place our focus, our energy goes and grows. So if you're constantly focusing on, I haven't gotten the weight off yet, I haven't made the money yet, I haven't done the video yet, I haven't put this out into the world yet, I haven't, been open to a relationship yet, I haven't blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, I need the thing, right? Like I was working with one of my private clients on love, and we were really sitting there, right? Because a lot of the work that I do, again, I know that it can sit there like, oh wait, it's really just X. You are desiring X, and you are placing a lot of focus and energy on the thing that you are desiring most not happening, which means you are actually pushing it further away from you. Okay? You are creating a fear-based energy that is pushing the thing that you want further and further away from you. That is actually creating resistance to the thing that you are desiring. Okay? So we can't have the thing that we desire if we're constantly in a fear-based state that we're not going to be able to achieve it. Like I was saying, I was working with one of my clients on love, and she was just like, but it's so afraid that it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen to me. And she was repeating this story over and over and over again. I talk fast, so I hope you guys can stick with me here. So she was repeating this story over and over and over again, that it was going to be hard, and all of her focus, energy, and attention was going into the fact that the man had not shown up yet, and how much she needed the man in order to be happy in life. And if she didn't have the man, then she couldn't be happy, and then she wouldn't have all the things, and blah, 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 right? There was so much attention and energy going into the thing that she didn't want, into desiring the thing that she thought she wanted. But you'll notice that it was, if we really look at the energy and where it was coming from, it was a fear-based energy. It was all coming from lack and scarcity that was going to happen. It's just like when I work with the women in our Weight Loss for Life group, and they're in so much fear, and they're like, I've tried every diet, I've done everything to lose the weight. I'm so afraid. I just want to get the weight off. If I could just get the weight off, then I'd be happy. If I could just get the weight off, then I'd be confident. If I could just get the weight off, then I'd start my business. If I could just get the weight off, then I would start being intimate with my husband again, or I'd put myself back out into dating, or I'd buy the clothes, and then I'd allow myself to feel beautiful, right? And it's like, well, that's a lot of energy that you're putting into what this experience is going to be when you get the weight off, right? And on top of that, your obsession with this incessant energy around it is actually pushing the thing that you want away, because your constant asking for it, your daily desire of it, right, is actually coming from a fear-based place. Because really think about this. If you wanted something and knew that all you had to do was just have the desire for it and let it go and it would come to you, then you wouldn't obsess about it. You wouldn't sit and spend all of the time and energy into like, how do I say this? Putting the time and energy into trying to attract in or create, bringing that thing to you. Does that make sense? The more that we put our attention into the thing that we're desiring from a place of lack and scarcity and fear that it's not happening, because so I want each of you to really check, what is the thing that you're desiring most in your life? And are you putting a lot of energy and attention into creating that on a day-to-day basis? How much are you thinking about it? What are your actions? What are your thoughts? Because I find, I'll just go back to the weight loss scenario. When we're looking at weight, if you are constantly thinking about what you can eat, what you can't eat, what you didn't eat, what you should eat, did you work out? How many calories did you burn? Did you not, right? All of your energy and attention is going into a constant stream of fear around the thing that you're desiring not happening. If we really look at the underlying energy in it, it is more based on fear than it is on faith. And this is why I'm such a proponent of faith. I do not push religion. It's not about religion. I'm spiritual. This is about having faith. What is faith? Faith is, I don't see the result for the thing that I want, but I'm trusting that it's coming, right? You'll hear Jerry and Esther Hicks, Law of Attraction. You'll hear them often reference, and they have so many videos on YouTube if you're unaware of them. Their book, The Law of Attraction, they have multiple books, but it's great teachings. It's universal teachings, and it's really channeled from Abraham. And you'll hear Esther talk about this. It's Esther who does the channeling, and her husband is Jerry, and you can read about this whole thing. Anyway, the bottom line is what they will often talk about is you don't turn a radio dial on or turn the telephone on or turn your lights on. When you flip that switch, you expect that the lights come on. When you turn the dial, you expect a song's going to come on. When you turn on your TV, you expect that the TV is going to turn on. You're not sitting there writing and journaling and putting all of your attention into, is the TV going to turn on? Oh my God, is the TV going to turn on? What do I need to do to make the TV to turn on? Here's what I really want to share with you. You can have your desires. They are meant for you because you have them. Period. If you desire the body, you're meant to have it. If you desire the wealth, you're meant to have it. If you desire to make the impact, you're going to do it. If you desire the family, it's meant for you. If you desire the man, he is on his way. What keeps the things that you desire most from happening for you is your fear in them not occurring and your incessant need to control the outcome, the circumstances, and the manner in which it comes to you. It is that desire to control, the perfectionist hat, the way in which we sit there and go, well, I want the man, but he needs to look like this and he needs to find me this way. And I want the money, but the money has to come from this exact strategy that I'm going to put forward. And I need it to be this exact amount and it needs to come in this way, right? Where are we not open to universal guidance, to source, to the law of attraction, to these other realms in which flow, right? True feminine energy and feminine flow comes to us from a space, what's up, Jen, hun? Comes to us from a space of when you're really in your feminine attraction energy and flow. Flow is not, I just sit back and like, oh my God, like I'm just in this flow stage and blah, blah, blah. Flow is, I have a desire and I trust that my desire is going to come to me because I have it, because it is my birthright, because my desire is in me and my desire is not the same as everybody else's desire. What I desire is going to look very different. And if I desire it, then it's meant for me because it is. Because you are born in divine consciousness, because you are an epic human who is meant for your desires. Again, not everybody has the same desire. Not everybody desires to do the things that I, Melissa Kathryn, choose to do in my life. Not everybody has the same desire to have kids. Not everybody has the same desire to start their own business. Not everybody has the desire to look a certain way. I always use this example, but if I pulled you all aside and I said, what's your ideal body? Every one of you would have a different idea of what their ideal body and ideal body weight is. Everybody has a different desire for who they choose to be in this life. And everybody has a different desire for how they want to live and for what they want their life to look like. And it's trusting and knowing that if you have that desire, that it is significant and it is without a shadow of a doubt going to happen for you because you desire it. You don't need to work harder. You don't need to strive. You don't need to struggle. You don't need to figure all the things out and be all the things. You actually need to trust that by universal law, all you need to do is have the desire. That's it. The universe has heard you. You don't need to have the perfect wording. You don't need to know how to say it all perfectly and do all the things. What you are being asked to do is to believe in it. What you are being asked to do is to align energetically with the desire. What you are being asked to do is to be in active faith and to do the inspired action that's going to get you closer to the thing, based off of being in alignment, about checking in with yourself, about following what feels good, about being in the undeniable belief that of course it's going to happen for you. Make sense? So how do we do that, right? Like this is what I teach my clients. This is what we get around. This is what I always share with you guys. We get around it by actually being in the belief. We feel the belief of the thing that we desire as if it's already happened for us. And we live in a space of as if. And we live in that energy as often and as much as humanly possible until that thing comes into existence, right? You'll hear me talking about, today in my podcast, Falling in Love with Fitness, I created a fit identity. I didn't overnight become fit. I didn't overnight, you don't go to the gym once and all of a sudden you have the body. Right? But I embodied the identity of that person. I made it a part of my being. It was rocky at first. It wasn't a overnight thing. I didn't all of a sudden just go to clean eating. It went in stages. I didn't just overnight lift weights. I had stages and experiences with my relationship with fitness as I learned who I was and I allowed myself the gift of following what felt good for me. Following that, I got really into Pilates, and then I got really into running, and then I got really to weight training, and then I got really into spinning, and then I got really into dance, and then I got really into dance again, and then I got out of running, and I allowed my body to lead. The body never lies, and your body is your best and number one barometer to really know what your universal guidance is, because your body will always guide you to what feels good. Your mind will keep you safe. Your body will always guide you to what feels good. Your mind will keep you safe. Your mind is a beautiful thing, right? And it only knows what you taught it, which is why I always tell people you need to invest in coaches, mentors, guides, teachers who have what you desire, who are on the other side of your struggle, so they can show you the way and guide you, right? But I will also say that I'm such a strong proponent and always tell my clients, and I always say, your body knows better than I can tell you. Yes, I'm intuitive. Yes, I know all the things. Yes, I have mastered many skills that I'm very, very proud of, and I get to share with each and every one of you. And I will always bring you back to the truth of who you are internally before you ever thought you were less than, whether it's due to a number on the scale, whether it's due to a trauma, whether it's due to anything that's happened to you. I will always bring you back to the truth of who you are, because you, my love, are and were born with the divine consciousness and the divine right to be, do, have anything and everything that you desire in your heart. You are more than enough now. Repeat that and say it with me. I am more than enough now. Say it out loud. I am more than enough now. I am more than enough now. I can have my desires now. I am worthy. I am a worthy woman now. I am worthy and deserving of my desires now. I am more than enough now. I can have the body now. I can lose the weight now. I can have the money now. I can be successful now. I can have the love now. I can have the babies now. I can have the huge house now. I can have all the things that I want now, because I can. Because you are worthy now. Not then. Not when you do X. Not when you've done all the things. You are worthy now because you are worthy now. Get me? Right? Does that make sense? So that's what I really, really want you guys to understand. You are more than enough now, right? Again, wholeness, coming back to the truth of who you are before you ever thought you were less than. Whether it's due to a number on the scale, a trauma, or any misguided belief in your life. Wholeness is about coming home to your truth, knowing that you are more than enough and deserving now, that you are the whole woman now, worthy, wealthy, and ready to have it all now, because you can, because you're you. And that's all you need to be, is you, not somebody else. It's not wanting somebody else's life, it's wanting your life. It's creating the best out of your life, because you are unique. You are amazing. You are enough now, okay? So I hope this spoke to you. Let me know what you got from this live stream in the comments below from this Facebook Live. I have some super exciting things coming for you in the month of March. Really, really excited. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet, but I'm really excited about them. And I want to, because I feel like it's all like gifts of goodness, and I love giving gifts. So I can't wait to share them with you. We're doing a bunch of things, me and my team, and they will be shared with you shortly, but just be ready. So many exciting things, and we're going to be doing them here live with you in the Wholeness group. So stay tuned. I love you so much. Let me know what you got in the comments below. What are you committed to? I want you all to write, I am worthy now. I am more than enough now. I can have all of my desires now. I don't need to fixate on them. I don't need to figure out the how. I just need to know and trust and have faith that if I desire it, it's meant for me, and I get to tune in to my inspired guidance and take aligned action steps. We know that they're aligned because they feel good, okay? We know that they're aligned because they feel good. We know that we're aligned because it makes us happy. You know what doesn't feel good and what is out of alignment? When it feels stressful, when it feels like it's suffocating, when it feels exhausting, when it makes us frazzled and upset and all the things. Yeah, Stephanie, you are worthy now, hun. I cannot wait for our call. Oh my God, you got one of the last Voxer offers. And they just went like that. For any of you that didn't get it, I know, and I created another offer for you. I will post it here. I love you all so much. And thank you. And let me know what you got from this. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Much love.